seconds from Bouchard. Backdoor one-timer score.
Goal number 400 for Leon Draisaitl. Uses his big size, little no-looker backhand pass. Backdoor to Leon Draisaitl for the tap-in.
Caleb Jones able to handle it. Banks it forward for Malkin. Outlet pass. Springs Brazeau. He's got a step. Backhander. Scores!
What a pickup off the wall. Look at this. In stride, dragging his foot. Hockey IQ, in with speed, and then the big man with that poise.
Matt Duchene spins. Fed it to Seguin, who scores. Matt Duchene just exposed them to magic. I'll put on the binders and let him fly by. Seguin, he knows, is traipsing to the far pipe.
Kyle Connor gives it up. Now Kempe chips it into the zone. Kuzmenko, what a pass. Kopitar, Kempe, he scores! What passing there? That play was lit.
I don't know which pass was better, Kuzmenko to Kopitar or Kopitar to Kempe. It's just one of those things where everyone gets involved. These three guys are connected.
Tries to find McKinnon. Got it back on the stick in the slot. Backhand jump. He scores! Nathan McKinnon.
Watch the circus wizardry by Nathan McKinnon here. How he knocks this down with his backhand in motion, kind of kicks it to the front side and then backhands it in on a wide open net. That is pure magician wizardry by Nathan McKinnon.
And here's a chance right in front for Holmberg. Curls it back. Scores! What a goal!
How about Pontus Holmberg? What a play he made in the corner, and then to give the puck on a little spin around move. Just some brilliant stuff.
Here's Couturier waiting. Bennett runs him over as he went a long way to get to him. Zegras then crunched into by Bennett. He's got it in front of Couturier. He scores!
I don't know how he doesn't get killed behind the net. He's able to escape both and then make a play through a seam to the weak side to Couturier. I mean, just to avoid contact is amazing. And then to make a play on your backhand.
Has the other. Has to follow right between the wickets. Sherwood looking to break. Deep for Sherwood. Will break. Short-handed in the clear. And he scores!
How about Sherwood? Been the best player for the Canucks, and short-handed and all alone. And he gets Binnington to bite and slides it home on the forehand.
That is a bad case of dangleitis there, boys.
Suzuki wins it. Hudson off the draw. Curls around. Lane Hudson. Cutting in. Dropping off. Caulfield. Shoots. Score! Cole Caulfield exits your screen to the right, creating some chaos for the Seattle Kraken. Montreal does exactly that. The punchline, Cole Caulfield headed downhill, puts this right past Joey Daccord on the sharp angle.
Gets away from Pettersson, gives it away. Garland to the backhand, scores! What a move! A steal and a goal in the backhand.
This is going to be a blind giveaway that Garland puts his stick down, grabs it, holds on, and then to the backhand.
Strome with Beauvillier and Ovechkin out there right off the draw.
Score! 898! The Capitals so good at creation of offense off draws. There is Strome directly to Ovi.
Up the wall, grabbed by Impasio. Hoping for Lee, it got through him. Spence, Lee gets it. In front, delay, scores!
And how about that trickery from Anders Lee, as we often see from in close. Usually it's into an open cage, but how about this?
Now Marner cutting towards the net. Backhand! Score! Great patience by Mitch Marner.
This is ridiculous. Talked about the skill of Mitch Marner. Well, it's on display here. Drags it to the backhand and gets enough to elevate it over the pads of Wolf.
McAvoy, wrister, deflected, fired, Pastrnak, they score!
The touch pass on the redirect by Zaga that finds Pastrnak.
And that puck has eyes, as it does with all goal scorers in the NHL. Mitch Marner starts it out. He'll flip it inside the zone. Dorfield has a step. Brandon Tuckin he scores!
Little saucer pass, Mitch Marner, and then, oh my goodness, look at him drop the shoulder and then have the chutzpah to go practice breakaway kind of style to make it 2-0.
Nate just has it. Here he comes now. Shot, score! Oh my God, what a shot!
And I mean, there's no room there. It's like the room of just the puck itself. And it goes right between the mask and the shoulder.
For the Islanders. Lifted ahead by the goal scorer, Cizikas. Dickinson sending it back in. Here's Brown. He's got Misa. And got it! Scores! Dickinson
Good elevation, keeps that play onside. Graf gets the puck first, near side pass as he feels the pressure not from one guy but two guys. So two guys for them behind the net means there's going to be some openings in front.
Trailed by Demidov, who has it now. Demidov in some room, hesitates, Matheson scores!
Well, that's his high skill taking over. Demidov, all sorts of patience. He spots Matheson coming in from the point, and a perfectly placed pass.
Banks that back for Jensen with a shot that pinballs on a couple legs. Backhand pass in front, they score! Lars Eller with the great feed. Lexell the finish. And Ottawa grabs the lead. What a pass!
Puck's the point, down to the front of the net, and Lars Eller.
Sherry out in front. Score! Push it in. Ties the game at 3.
What a great play by Connor Sherry. Right, head up, little juke. A Bobby Orr like fly through the air by Parsonen.
The Islanders are happy to see it. Got a 6-1 lead because of it as Anders Lee dances in. Rebound, score! Cleaned up by Simon Holmstrom.
I'm going to call that a beautiful pass and a beautiful setup by the captain. Shut off his hands and his smarts on that one.
These guys are becoming a top line themselves.
Cooley to the front again, and he scores! Oh, what a beauty! Logan Cooley to the front! What a move there by Logan Cooley. He takes it on the forehand and just slides it right through his legs.
Good job recovering the puck for the Ducks. Granlund, one-time shot pass, comes through the slot. Terry dangles once, then passes, and Granlund scores!
What a pretty play.
Wow, Troy Terry danced two different defenders.
He slides it over and bang into the back of the net.
Dobson, near point, slings it across, back door, Cole Caulfield! Oh, what a goal! Caulfield, magic!
And then Cole Caulfield with the magic hands, he completely takes Calvin Pickard. He says, try to stop this one.
Good ozone puck possession here. Marino tries to send right to the net, and it's gobbled up by the glove of Philip. No, it goes in.
That's in there.
Sorry, it is.
He batted
I thought
it.
he had the glove.
Logan Cooley batted this out of the air.
And the puck is sent to center. Besser, nice angle pass to Sherwood, who's in over the line. Keeper Sherwood, nice move, he's in! He scores!
He's not going to score many better than this. Sherwood toe drags. Whoop! And what a beauty by Kiefer Sherwood.
Gustafsson heads to the bench. Kaprizov scores! Looked like it was tipped out front.
And then through a screen, Kaprizov just throws it. Eriksson Ek. Oh, this one's going wide. What a beautiful tip this is.
Hawks with control. Chance to bring it out. Connor Bedard skates the puck in, but on with a shot. He scores! Connor Bedard! Coast to coast, puts it in. Second of the night.
You see Bedard gets it from his own hash mark, and he dances up the ice coast to coast like butter on toast right there.
When you get a perfect pass like that, it's good for him to finish it.
Svechnikov around Schaefer, and he scores! What a move by Svechnikov.
Watch him drop that left leg, which allows him to get inside Schaefer.
Dropped off to Levchinov. Back to Connor Bedard. Takes a look, wrists it down. Oh, in front, they score. What a goal! Oh, my goodness.
Burakovsky between the legs, and the Hawks are within 2. Holy cow!
That would be a holy jumping if Panger was here. I've never seen it executed this fast in the perfect moment.
Scheifele, Connor, still within the backhand. Connor roofs it. He scores! Magic from Connor.
This is absolutely precise. Unbelievable. Stay out of the box if you can. The Sabres would like him back in there. Here's a shot in front. And Doan scores! He bats it in as he drives the middle of the ice right on top of Korpisalo, and the Sabres are back within 1.
Boom, pops straight up in the air. Doan knocks it down with his glove and then picks it out of the air. Goldie gains the line. Eriksson Ek to Tarasenko. He scores!
Eriksson Ek, it's a beautiful tip play to himself, up and backwards, over to Tarasenko. That's a no-look play from Ek. Just watch the hands on Ek. Flips it to himself, over to the area of Tarasenko.
Caulfield Down for Ivan Demidov. Back to Caulfield. In low, Suzuki scores! From Krupski, side of the net, power play goal!
This is what this good, young, talented Montreal power play is capable of doing. They know where everybody is. A no-look behind the back pass from the captain. A real beautiful power play.
Louis, do you expect a different Stars club tonight? Here's Roslovic, one-timer score. We'll get to that.
This is just a strong play on Harley here by Roslovic. One-handed is able to eventually put this puck over and drive it right through. That's a one-handed pass over to Podkolzin. We'll be here for a long time, Rantanen, but one-time team.
One-timer score. Draisaitl set up by Roslovic.
That was a one-timer by Draisaitl from the line. Man, he was really in the corner here. Goes down to half wall. Tick-tack, one-timer.
Lost it there to Ovechkin. Quick relay comes to the point. Chychrun fires, just missed. Ovechkin turns, he scores! The Great Eight is the one and only at 900.
He's not known for his backhand, but he had the wherewithal to spin and chip the puck past the leg of Bennington into the net.
Talk about the well-rounded game of Seth Jarvis. Now Jackson Blake pulling away from Kaprizov. He's got Hall with him. Blake with the shot. He scores! Oh, what a one-man show from Jackson Blake.
The speed through the neutral zone, cutting to the middle, then to make the shot available, get the goaltender leaning one way, firing it the other way.
Do they ever? They win the draw. Robertson on the left wing. Tipped in front. Score! Instead of the deflection on net. What a deft touch by Wyatt Johnston.
A turnover by Pulock. Kaprizov back to Zuccarello to Kaprizov. He scores! What a play!
Watch this, between the legs, behind the back. Zuccarello wastes zero time with that puck on his stick.
Cross check by Bedard. He's got a breakaway. Bedard scores! What a goal by Connor Bedard!
This is a move that you read about. The goaltender's spinning and he tucks it into the open net. These are some really slick mitts.
Newhook up the ice with it. Newhook, he scores! What a highlight reel goal! Alex Newhook.
As soon as he leans over, Newhook's got him. He comes right through his legs, and there's no way Peterka's going to get him there.
Leo stays with it, keeping it in the zone. Terry to Leo, he'll cut in, go backhand, and score! Oh, how good was that?
Leo Carlson says, watch this. What hands.
Doughty has a man ahead. He finds Fiala. He comes in with a move and on goal. Shot, and he scores! What a play! Unbelievable goal by Fiala.
The move, the presence of mind to just hold. Goaltender goes down. The footwork, the edge work, the hands.
Hronek towards the goal. Off Taves' glove. Jammed in. Linus Karlsson.
Watch the hands on Karlsson. The puck goes below the goal line through his own feet and jams it up into the top of the net.
It definitely caught the Edmonton goaltender high. We'll see it comes out to center on a crisscross. Connor McDavid will dust it off. A pirouette, a shot. He scores! What a goal! Connor McDavid brings the house down.
This is spectacular. He gets his puck at the end of the shift. He slows things down, and then what does he do? A little inside-outside spin around the backhand top shelf.
Corralled by Bouchard. The Oilers get onside. Here comes McDavid. Shifting gears to the house. He scores!
He's waiting to see where that puck is going to end up, and as they get possession, here he goes, and there's nothing there, but all of a sudden, daylight and a goal.
Ryan Warsofsky said to us this morning that Celebrini is a lot stronger than last year. Said he's got a more step. Celebrini across, score!
Celebrini again with another great entry. This time he kicks it out. San Jose is going to tic-tac through the Wild's penalty kill neutral zone forecheck.
Connor has it. Looking slot. Velarde with a backhander. He scores! What a shot! Oh, baby. This is fancy. Look at this. I mean, no look. Backhand scoop.
Lifted out by Foligno. Here come the Blackhawks. Lafferty to the outside.
Sam Lafferty! As good as it gets!
Lafferty coming in. What a toe drag!
Protecting it.
Drops it off for Theodore. Cuts to the inside. Theodore still has it. Down low, a chance! And Sorokin, did he make the save? A 10! What a goal for Shea Theodore! He danced through everybody and tucked it in.
Theodore just dancing in and patience.
And a race for the puck. Larkin, he escapes. Larkin's in, he's got Raymond with him. Raymond back to Larkin. Scores!
Talk about a board battle won by Larkin. Right here. Oh boy, oh boy. He got position. To Raymond, back to Larkin. Oh, it barely hit the back of the net.
Same as we saw in that last replay, and now it is Thompson. He's got some room. Thompson tries to get underneath, scores! Oh, what a piece of magic from Tage Thompson as he takes it on his own shoulders.
Tage has got way too much momentum, way too much strength, and just kind of pushes to break it off.
Was close again to too many men, even on that change. Here's a chance for Thompson, trying to whip it to the net. Fights off the check. Thompson drops it back in the slot. Sanderson scores!
What a power move by Tage Thompson. Not to be denied. If he doesn't knock him over, it's a battle. They stay a battle and probably not going to come up with that puck. Tage knocks him to the ice.
Chip it in, trying to get onto it. Nice pass back. Teravainen right in, scores! What a goal, Teuvo Teravainen!
Rink wide feed for Raymond. Lucas Raymond in. Little stutter step there. Raymond driving around the goal. Raymond still with it. Raymond's got the opening. He scores! What a beautiful goal!
The reaction of Lucas Raymond, by the time everything settled down, he knows the puck's in the net. He knows they got the lead. Larkin wants to pass. He delays everything.
He'll play this out. And Hall's going to take this away from Zadorov. Hall in on Swayman. Hall waits and he scores! Taylor Hall with the beauty.
He takes a peek, knows that he's got the 2-on-1, and now the oh, what a move.
Tavares holds as Toronto changes. 3 Blues converge on him.
What an effort to throw. He kept it alive.
Kicks it free for Riley. Drops it back to Nylander. Pulls it around Nylander. Backhand shot. Scores!
What a job by John Tavares. 1-on-3. Backheels it by stepping on it, and then, oh boy.
Here comes Leonard. Leonard, backhand shot, score!
Ryan Leonard shows off a couple of great skills here. The puck protection, the leaning in, the strength, and then look at his skill level.
Halfway through this game, Hawks looking to build on a 1-0 lead. Also the cross, they score! What a pass from Bertuzzi! He one-hands it across to Teravainen.
Amazing play by Bertuzzi. As he reaches here, not only does he play to the front, he gets a lot on it.
Sider got there, and then a steal by Cizikas. Hands off for Shabunov. He goes right on through and scores! What a play by Max Shabunov.
Just a tremendous finish off a great play. Shabunov is going in. Look at the move. Inside, out, and then up over the glove.
Jamie Benn brings it ahead, feeds it for Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen twists it, turns it back in. He scores! My goodness! Mikko Rantanen straight to the highlight reel for the rest of the season.
Go do your thing, Moose. This is sharp Old Fort cheese. That is cheddar. What a goal. Here comes McKinnon. Back in. Drops it off. Natchez. Trying to give it down on McCarr. Wrap around. Score!
And McCarr sells shot. The beautiful wraparound right here. Shesterkin just can't get over.
Greenway to the net. Here's a loose puck. Chance in front. Great move. Scores! Jacob Bryson.
Right here, nice move down low. Boom! You're going to deke him out. There's 3 guys right there, and he does a nice job staying with this one coming in underneath.
That puck didn't get out. Here's Raymond with a nice move. Scores! What a move! What a goal! Lucas Raymond, it's 1-1.
And that leaves Raymond. He's so creative, and you see that puck, it's almost on a tee for him. But how about that move around Zach Werenski?
Flirting with disaster from Gregor, but it stays on the surface. And here's Podkolzin from Draisaitl. Shoots and scores over the right shoulder of Sergei Bobrovsky.
He just catches Bobrovsky, not ready for this shot. Look how early he was down. There wasn't a lot of space.
Kadri down low. Coronado, draft play, scores!
And Coronado does a smart thing here. He takes it wide. He's got lots of space, takes it wide, and then beats Casey DeSmith 5-hole.
Sabres deep in their own end with 90 seconds left on the clock. Up 2-1. Nice touch pass. Malmstein, he's got some company coming. Oh, what a move! Malmstein scores! Are you kidding me?
Oh, he's got to get a video of that one. That's awesome. And here comes Malmstein. Just even have the guts to make that move right there.
Schaefer takes a look, feeds D'Angelo over Barzal. He's open. Darts to the inside. He tucked it home. Oh, Matt Barzal on bobblehead night.
As this thing gets worked around, great vision by Tony D'Angelo and a dance from Barzal.
To the slot, picked off. 2-on-1. Here's Steeves with Minten. Minten, left circle, pulls, drags, centered, they score! How about the pull and drag, and then the finish by Alex Steeves.
It is a beauty. They attack Schaefer. Little toe drag. Now he's got nothing but ice.
Brock Besser turns, looking for help. Garland takes the pass. Nice move. Another one, and he scores. Connor Garland, stick handling in a phone booth.
What an unbelievable set of hands by Garland as he toe drags this deep into his feet around Helleson. Now Garland's got to shoot it. No, I'll do this instead.
Left the second period still down by a goal and did not have the push they needed in the third. Here's Howden making a push. Backhand scores! Terrific speed and a terrific finish for Brett Howden.
Marner gets it, and then a great move by Howden going to the backhand. Great coordination by Marner to get that skate to stick.
Dickinson off the puck to allow it to escape the zone. Oh, what a play by Pettersson. Knocks it to himself. He's in. He's hooked. He scores while falling down. Elias Pettersson
knocks this out of the air away from Toffoli. Look at the play here. Out of midair, away from Toffoli. Gets knocked down by Celebrini, and it ends up in the back of the net for a spectacular effort.
Moving a little better his palms.
He's going to strip it away there. Sets up Drouin. Heineman scores! How about that? An assist for Kyle Palmieri as he goes off the ice and down the tunnel.
How about this? A little ginger pickpocket over to Drouin. Heineman back of the net. Islanders are back in the game, and what a sequence. I haven't seen anything quite like that.
And Landeskog's stick shattered. He tried to deflect in front. Here's Demidov dropping it back. Spin around is Slavkovsky. Cutting it across. Score! What a passing play!
And when you have Slavkovsky playing with so much confidence right now, it is really, really impressive. He has been a beast here today.
That whole sequence was all just a forecheck. Oh.
Mercer with the steal. Mercer backhand, forehand, backhand.
What a play indeed by Dawson Mercer. He takes Zegras off the puck. Watch this move to the middle of the ice as the defenseman slides way out of position, but the patience from Dawson Mercer.
Pass saved by Husso, fired off the right leg. Comes back in front. They score! The giveaway, it's Bedard!
What hands! And that turnover, right on the tape. Bedard looks like he's, oh my goodness. Some quick hands right there.
They'll shuffle it over to Sillinger. Sillinger, feed, batted down by Monahan to the net, and he scores! An incredible play! Sean Monahan, what a goal!
Oh, baby, that was a beauty. Here's the good play by Monahan with some magical hands.
Hit the rewind button, take out your camera.
And a goal! Sharp angle, Peterka over the shoulder.
What a shot from J.J. Peterka. Picks the puck up off the wall, goes backhand to his forehand, and that's a tape measure missile.
In Salt Lake City. Here's a nice move by Smith. What a dangle. Back to the inside. He scores! What a goal by Will Smith!
One guy deep, two guys deep, and then three guys when you count Vitek and Vanacek. What a goal.
Cross ice. Duhaime, who already has a couple of assists, forcing Klingberg away. Now Protas is in. Protas, curl, Duhaime, score!
Bro, what a play to give it to Duhaime. And Duhaime just puts it into the wide open net.
Zooming through center, Ryan Leonard. Leonard with a gorgeous move. He scores! That was special.
That was a dash with a lot of flash. That was a definite dangle, showing off his speed and quickness. Here he comes, gets around 1, 2, and then goes to the backhand.
Tipped it over to Scheifele, and the Jets clear it to center. Connor
Thompson by Thompson. Catches up to it. Matheson got that. Here's Shepley scores!
And that puck was just in a weird spot. It was like 50-50 in the neutral zone to Connor to get to it, and his speed is dangerous.
Hit the skate of Riley, and Nyes pokes it free. In behind Goss's pair. Nyes works in, backhand shot, scores! What a goal by Matthew Nyes!
He gets the poke on Goss's pair, but you think, okay, you know what, he stumbles and still able to get up, throws off him like he's a U16 player. Get out of here, and then goes backhand and flips it up and in on Freddie Anderson.
This power play will take them to the intermission unless they can score first. Barzal moves around Drury. Barzal dangles, scores!
Watch Matt Barzal at the top as he wiggles up and try to cut the ice in half. Oh my goodness, I mean, it's just a beautiful job that the way he got that thing to his backhand. What a goal.
Rangers now getting tired. It's McKinnon. Peels away from Borgen. Rangers standing around. McKinnon a drive move. Score! That was gorgeous.
What a clinic by Nathan McKinnon when it comes to skating and stick handling. Toe drags across and then backhand shelf under the bar. Perfection.
Lightning exchanging sticks. They go to the net and Ritchie scores!
Watch this for Ritchie. It looks like just a jam at the side of the net, but the ability on him in between his legs banks it off the goaltender.
Forsberg, net front. It's Wood. Through the legs, a beautiful goal. Wow. How about those hands?
Look at Matt Wood. He's just poised. He's just no panic in his game. Through the legs.
And Lafreniere for New York. Howden wins this clean. Theodore banks it out, set play. Eichel skating into it. Eichel has a step. Look at him win it, and it scores! What a play!
Absolutely outstanding. You knew this play. Nobody's going to catch Eichel. Howden back to Theodore, makes an incredible bank pass. And Eichel just goes straight ahead.
Redirect to Barbashev with Bowman on the move. Bowman trying to cut to the inside, and Barbashev scores on a one-handed backhand swipe.
What a goal by Ivan Barbashev. How about this effort by Barbashev? Little diving, one hand slices at it.
Radis has made several key plays again. Defensively carries it in, takes the shot, hits the crossbar, rebound. No,
I think it's in. It's in.
Wow.
Radish knows it's in. The shooters know.
And how this gets up and over the shoulder of Montembeault from this angle, I have no idea.
It's a space that's barely big enough to fit the puck.
Tage holds it, takes a look, in front, Doan scores! What a pretty play! In front of the net, Josh Doan with a little trickery.
Josh Doan all in one movement. As soon as that puck caught him on the forehand, look at no stop. Just pulls it right back through his legs right there and goes far side.
On the stick of Manson, carries it ahead. Finds Brock Nelson. A drag move down the slot. Nelson shoots and scores! Brock Nelson! What a beautiful little backhand slither.
Look at the little toe drag. Beautiful play by Brock Nelson, game 950. And you said it, slither.
Hudson, Suzuki, Bolduc's in the slot. Caulfield zips it in front, score! The big job, Caulfield!
How about the sneak attack? Cole Caulfield says, you know what? I might have Jari here. Caulfield banks it right in.
The Ducks came from behind to tie the score with 0.1 seconds on the clock, and it was not a clean goal for Beckett Senecas. Holmstrom driving wide on Zellweger, scores!
The long reach Holmstrom goes against the diminutive Zellweger. There's the reach that we're talking about, just jammed and stuffed, and what a finish from Simon Holmstrom.
It's lifted out by Shea. A chance for Evangelista. He grabs that puck. Great feed. Forsberg! Oh my goodness! What did he just do? Philip Forsberg! A sorcery move!
Pulls it to the forehand, lifts that puck under the bar. Look at that arm deep move there.
Back up top for Dillon. Hughes fakes a one-timer. Spinorama. Shot. Score! Oh, Luke Hughes!
That allows Freddie Gaudreau a chance to get it out. A spring pass for Marchment. He's in! Marchment scores!
Marchment goes straight through. He cuts back JT, and once he stops that long reach, he avoids Vermelka, and he's able to elevate that puck. Just a beautiful goal there by Marchment.
Nick Wa's pass for Nick Robertson broken up, but look at the speed. McDavid in! Connor McDavid, a beauty! And you talk about a man on a mission there. As soon as he got the puck, took his skating to another level, and that's a tough one there for Hildeby. When you've got that kind of speed coming in, such a difficult read to match for the goaltender.
Panthers have the chance with Lundell, drags it to the net. And Ottinger couldn't get it. Lundell scores.
Never gave up on it. Look at a little move, and then he just waited out as Ottinger got pulled out of his net. Oh, what a beauty of a goal.
Could have been a 2-on-1 if they connected cleanly. Celebrini's back on. What a play by Klingberg. Over to Celebrini. Hey, score! One of the most amazing comebacks in franchise history.
What a beautiful play, beautiful pass, gets it back, boom.
Faber hits the Boston line. Faber drives in, centers, and they score!
What a pass over to Hartman. Make no mistake to beat Swayman on the blocker side, but it's all started by Faber. His skating, his heads-up play, eyes up on Swayman the whole way.
The reach by Edmondson, taking Rantanen, galloping ahead, working to the inside. He scores! One more highlight reel tally. And then Rantanen peeks over his shoulder, examines what he has to navigate, and like a guy just opening the fridge and drinking straight from the carton, he just chugs this thing straight through Forsberg.
And Zach Hyman now has 6 goals in his last 4 games. Oh, here's McDavid breaking through the defense. Backhander score! Electric! Connor McDavid! Unfathomable!
Dishes it off to him. You put it in place and say take it. Because once he builds this speed, look out. Not too many players can make the jersey flap like that in the back. Tarasenko scoops it up for Minnesota. Tarasenko drags to the backhand, centers, Yurov scores!
How about this move from Tarasenko? Cutting to the middle between the legs and then just leaving it soft in space for Yurov.
Now Graff in with Macklin. Spinorama and scores! Wow! What a goal by Macklin Celebrini!
That cut in, the speedy in which he attacks the spin, the shot, just the absolute genius of that play.
Paling back for Lacombe. Tries to turn with it, ends up in the corner, now behind the net. Scores! He banked it in off of Jeff Graves.
He might even been below the goal line here. He's below the goal line. He banks it in. I mean, this is about an 8-inch window, and the shot is perfect.
Geekie plays it off the wall. He has to settle it. Saka out in front. Pastrnak across Geekie. He scores!
Well, they were connected right here. Short little passes, the most effective in the game, especially when you're creating 2-on-1s, and then it opens up the longer distance seam pass from Pastrnak.
We'll call it modern era of number of specialty moments in a hockey game, but here's Rasmus Dahlin, coast to coast, and he finishes it with the most.
And then, as you said, Dan, nice job coming through the neutral zone. Look at that move right there. He puts, then he's one-on-one with Riddick. He just turned Bullock inside out right there. He didn't know what to do. And on the backhand, boom, puts it up far side, top shelf.
That'll be cut off by Vlasic. Playing it in front, they score! And that's the first for Nick Lardis in the NHL on the backhand.
A beautiful pass from the left point, Vlasic. And Lardis, with those good mitts, takes it on the forehand and slides it on the backhand.
Kastelik centered, they score!
And Kastelik with a behind the back swivel pass to an open Jeannot, ready for it for the one-timer.
Here comes Luke Evangelista swinging in. Makes a great move! He scores! Oh, my laundry! What a move by Evangelista!
What a goal. Brady Shea up to Evangelista, then he does the rest. Through 4. Leafs, and then make it 5 over the shoulder.
And here's a break. Stepping up. McDonald scores! The Mack truck drives right through.
I think McDonough did it so quickly, he stunned everybody in the neutral zone wearing a white jersey.
Kerfoot for Stenlund and back out high.
Across, shot, score! Alexander Kerfoot!
How about one-touch passing? 1, 2, 3.
never on the stick longer than a millisecond. The one-touch pass from Durzi straight to Kerfoot.
Connect the end of the middle. Zegras a shot! And he was off of Demko up high, and then they score!
Dvorak had his eyes on the puck the whole time. He saw that puck coming off the glass, had a stick on it below the crossbar, and the Flyers have busted this thing open.
Pettersson, I should say. Now the Flyers have it. Here's Tippett. Oh, great move! Tippett in on goal! He scores! Turbocharged time!
He goes inside, then back out, and gets a defender all crossed up. And then the finish to go with it. Watch how he gets Demko to move, and then the little chip shot against the grain.
15 seconds left in the Majoli penalty, and then just about a dozen seconds of power play time for the Leafs again. Domi, what a goal! Max Domi, coast to coast.
Domi just persistent with that puck, puts it to an area so that it can't be chipped away, battles his body. Good puck position, good battle to get it back under control, and then backhand, forehand quickly.
Hudson, long try, hit a body in front, Blais side of the net, scores! Sammy Blais, from a nearly impossible angle, finds a way up top.
Banks it right off of him, 1-0 Montreal.
Demidov, Dobson cranks the shot, broke a stick, Caulfield in front, scores! Cole Caulfield, A+ hands.
Caulfield just is so brilliant here with the hands, and he just opens up Swayman, and what a brilliant play.
Cross ice, Raymond. Oh, what a pass, and Larkin scores! What a setup by James Van Riemsdyk.
And watch this pass. Wow. How good is that? Right on the tape for Larkin.
Looking for Wenberg, possible 2-on-1 if they hurry. Wenberg to the net, and they score!
Just a great job by Wenberg here as he holds off the defenseman Helleson and gets it to the back door. All he has to do is put some extra weight on that bottom hand. He puts it right in the back of the net.
Here's Brett Kulak, outlet pass, gets to Brazeau, trying to split the defense, and he scores! Brazeau with the beauty!
Clean up on aisle 16. We got a mess. What an effort by Justin Brazeau.
Hudson. Caulfield kicks it into gear. Cole Caulfield with an opening. Caulfield right in. Scores! Caulfield with a magnificent goal.
What a play from Cole Caulfield. Watch number 13. Dance and prance. This is ice in your veins. Toe drag release. It's a beauty.
5 seconds. Draisaitl to Hyman. McDavid in the middle. Cuts to his left. To the net. What a move. Backdoor score. Brilliant balletic work from Connor McDavid.
Just incredible, and it's the outlet. We talked about this. Get the puck up quick to the forwards. Let them go to work. The quick edges, the toe drag, stick handle around another one, McAvoy, and then a backhand pass right onto the tape.
None of their top players out of the lineup. Oh my, what a... Is that a goal? Yes, it is.
It is. Troy Terry able to finish it.
Watch the faceoff for Granlund. He goes forward, a crafty play. Not only does he go forward, uncontested.
Captain stands him up. Avs come away with the puck. Here's the captain, Landeskog.
Wrap around, try, score! Gabe Landeskog!
Look up power forward in the dictionary. You're going to find Gabe Landeskog. One hand on his stick, just powers around, right to the front of that, stuffed it far side, posts it in.
Pajot for Drouin. Schaefer wants it, he gets it. Matthew Schaefer driving wide. Comes to the net!
Power move, and again, hangs on, takes a look. He's got his head up all the way. Good turn, crossovers, slides, and then just waits long enough to get it past the extended leg.
Oh, here we go, Thomas dangles. What a pass! Toropchenko to Thomas! Score! Look at this move right here. Little dipsy-do. Hi, how are ya? And then he puts it right between the legs of Hudson. He moves around one. He passes through the other. Here's the move. Whoop! Puts it through the kid. Whoop! A double. Whoop, whoop. Brian Dumoulin. Nice pass. Kuzmenko comes in. And he pulls up. Now Kuzmenko spins away to the net. And he scores! Oh my goodness! What a goal by Kuzmenko!
And then his move at the net
through traffic. Heavy screen. Good job by Mike. Great work. Solid Holmstrom. The extra effort. The Islanders just buzzing around the Devil's cage.
Oh boy, took a hard hit there in the corner too.
Did from Mikkola coming out in front. Nice. Powers his leg. Back in front. What a goal. Austin Matthews from Matthew Nice.
But how about the individual effort? Just Nice simply will not be knocked off that puck. Lifts the stick of Mikkola. Quick little turnaround.
Until the goalie standing right next to me. He says, I think you got to get out of the net now. They scored.
This one deflected in. Nathan Walker in his return to the lineup.
Tarasenko makes the pass across, and Walker's got good hand-eye coordination. Keep your eye on it going off the skate.
And a shot by Toffoli wouldn't go. Celebrini keeps it alive. Macklin, what a move there against Vogel. Into the middle. He scores! What a goal by Macklin Celebrini. He has done it again. He has stunned us.
He stuns you with his play. The competitiveness of this guy. What a move here. The cut back inside. That is a dance and a quick shot.
It'll be 3 straight wins for Sam Montembeault as Valeno up the ice. Final minute, Bell Center, third period, 5-2 Montreal. Valeno dancing around, protects the puck, he shoots, blockered away, rebound, score! Hat-trick goal, Texier!
And how about the dance move by Joe Valeno and puts this puck to the front of the net. A couple bounces and Alex Texier takes a swing at it, makes no mistake.
Back the other way. Off the line, a lone man back. Tavares has it with Cowan. John Tavares works in, feeds it back. Cowan shoots, scores!
John Tavares behind the back and quick release from Easton Cowan.
Slashed it free for Nugent Hopkins. Denied initially by Connor, then threaded it through to Bouchard. Draisaitl cross. McDavid scores!
This is just a wicked display of skill right here, and stay with it. I mean, they had to muster it through a couple of sticks, but the pickup by McDavid, watch this, skate to stick, forehand, backhand, upstairs. I mean, to do it that tight.
Back to Levshunov. Good entry. He'll play it down to Bedard in the corner. Nice little move. Cuts in front. They score. What a pass by Bedard.
Are those hands quick or what? Bedard with a little cutback move. Everybody in the building thinks he's going to shoot the puck.
The Kraken will desperately try to get it out. They will, thanks to Matty Beniers. Through the center zone, he's in. What a move, Beniers. He scores! Matty Beniers with a beautiful goal.
It looks like he's going outside, and then he throws the puck, and then he scores, and he finishes it off, and you talk about a highlight reel goal.
Back to even strength nations. On the boards, he broke an ankle. Sent a cross shot. Score!
Folks, this is going to be on a lot of highlights tonight and probably for the rest of the week. That move by Marty Necas, selling like he's going out high.
Marchenko in, still scanning. Boyle loaning from the back, and oh, he scores a beauty!
Fake like he's going across that crease. It's a one-on-one, him and the goaltender. The backside D's taking away the pass, but Langdon there just gets fooled with that heads-up play by Charlie Coyle.
The hockey game in a 1-1 tie. Here's a steal. Moving in is Backlund. Short-handed breakaway. In alone, Deeks scores! What a goal from Michael Backlund! As he steals the puck in the neutral zone. Just a great stick. He's able to get the turnover, then puts on the Jets. And watch this. Little fake. Goes to the forehand. Spencer Knight bites. Here's McShelly. Centers it through. Nylander from his skates, and he scores! William Nylander kicks it to his own stick and puts it behind Aiden Hill. Look at him scoop this puck up off the heel of his stick, off his skate, back to his stick, and he takes the Michelli pass and beats Aiden Hill. That shot off the side of the net. Coming right, here's Eichel, the backhand, he scores! Jack Eichel has won it for Vegas in overtime. And Mark Stone, who scored the winner last night, finds Jack Eichel. It's like a shootout attempt. Eichel and Woll head-to-head.
Dumped it to no one in particular, and it gets picked off by Casper in a good move. 3 are up, Casper in across. Scores, what a play!
Well, he walked through Klingberg like nobody's business. Playing the puck was number 3 and not the body. And Casper just hung on to it, and what a play he made over to Comfort.
On the puck, he's got room. Scores! What a goal! Tim Stützle
As he pulls it out, it goes back through his legs and then up on the short side, over the stick side.
DeBrincat surveys, shoots up high into the head. Larkin, rebound, save it. Oh, what hand! My God! JVR! A rooftop shot!
Holy mackerel, what a play by the 37-year-old in tight quarters. Reimer tried to hook check him.
Sturm's pass deflects Domi, a lead pass. Matthews, he's in! He scores!
Matthews breaks here, and when you break, you're thinking, hey, I hope you see me, and the other thing you're thinking is, put it on my stick. Both happen, and there it is.
And that thing can't be just zipped up to him, right? You got to stick in the way. It has to be feathered perfectly and just on a tee.
Bourque rink wide. Robertson blocked by Pastrnak. Robertson gets it back. Scores! What a snipe!
What a shot from that angle as he catches Swayman over the left shoulder. But he wins the battle for Pastrnak. Off the wall, it comes over, and he roofs this.
By Stuart Skinner. That was brilliant.
Ben's in transition. Here comes Novak to the net. He scores! Top shelf Tommy.
Tommy Novak. Shaking, baking, magic making. Jay throws it in front, deflection, they score! Sidney Crosby with that incredible deflection. How about the shot pass by Ryan Shea? Bouchard drifting. McDavid takes the pass. Malkin picks his pocket. Gino's loose. Here comes Evgeny Malkin. Scores! Evgeny Malkin strips Connor McDavid of the puck, but then able to get it to the backhand, find the 5-hole, slide it underneath Tristan Jarry.
Kenny dumps, chases, and gets it. Medical shot attempt! James Van Riemsdyk!
JVR, so good around the net, and I don't know if I've ever seen a no-look turnaround backhand one time around the back door.
And dives away. Laughton breaking. Scott Laughton in. Laughton backhand scores.
A quick recognition, sliding through the legs. You can tell the response of Adin Hill. That fake shot got him down, and it just slowly, like a curling rock to the house, slid past the line.
That's what Zoop does. Making it in the league 4 seasons ago. Carolina with another shot. Jarvis! And Seth Jarvis snipes it home.
We are seeing some ridiculous passes from the defense. And then the sauce from Nikishin right on the tape to Jarvis.
Points in 3 straight games with some assists on the game sheet for him. As he'll carry it in, flipped up, scores! Cole Caulfield on a great feed from Matheson.
What a cerebral play from Matheson. We all know he's a great skater, right? Boston lets him come right up the middle of the ice, and what Caulfield does is he times it with the speed. And what a beautifully saucered puck.
And Swayman denied him. Up ice is Pastrnak, who's defending for Montreal. Pastrnak centers, Kiki, he scores!
Pastrnak does his magic. Little flip self pass. Kiki gets open on the weak side. Tape to tape. All he's got to do is stop it, settle it, bury it.
Pressure by this Canadiens power play. Caulfield with it. Caulfield scores! He's done it again! Hat trick for Cole Caulfield!
You got to see the amount of space he's putting his puck in. It's next to nothing from down on the goal line.
Coming up the ice, they're taking the shot.
Here's Hagel. Gets it in front. Kucherov scores! Brandon Hagel makes a play from his knees.
Hagel falling down, gets it to Kucherov, but Kucherov not as outstanding, thanks.
Puck is free. Eberle, Beniers dangles and scores! Matty Beniers! Hey, what do you say?
Slick little hands right out in tight to be able to pull that puck inside right to the backhand, one motion all the way up.
And Smith can't get it out thanks to Mercer's stick for the Cape. Goes back down low. Brown alone, stick handles, and
That's the Jesper Bratt we know and love with those silky smooth mitts.
All the way up to the line, and they lost it. Good stick there by Berggren to Falk. Falk wheels his way in, drives the middle of the net to Berggren, they score!
This goal is all number 72. Look at the way he possesses this puck. Look at that little doodle right there. One hand on the stick. He's going to shimmy it over.
Bennett breaks in.
Off to the wing, Losterinen has Tkachuk out in front. Tkachuk, ka-ching!
Oh, tic-tac, patty-whack. Right over to Tkachuk, and then he makes that patented move where he goes in, pulls the goaltender right out.
Gives it to Spurgeon. Middleton cross ice. Connects with Hinostroza. He scores!
A beautiful play this is through the neutral zone. Jake Middleton throws a floater like a can of corn. Hinostroza, the athlete, catches it, stays on sides, puts it down, then off that left foot, quick little release.
Waterspoon dumps Bertuzzi. Here comes Malkin the other way. Off to Chinikov. Makes the move. Chinikov scores! Spinorama, backhand on the tape. Shake it, bake it, magic bacon by Chinikov.
So it is Dewar's goal. Fox have numbers. Here comes Bedard to the zone. Slows it down. Bedard shoots. Is it in?
Yeah,
it is in.
Yeah, it's a hell of a shot. I mean, he put on the brakes right here, and Kulak's got to dive, and this one is in and out. Oh, my goodness.
The right goal along with Adam Larson, and a 2-1 lead for Seattle. Here's center. Here comes Gaudreau. Plays it up. Montour. 3-1 Seattle.
Just an easy entry from all the way back behind the net, coming through, nobody engaging, a little saucer pass, nice little flip pass by Gaudreau.
Which, by all accounts, reportedly seems to be what Panarin's looking for. So a kill for Colorado, missed opportunity for Detroit. Now McKinnon goes stick handling through the high slot. McKinnon with a wrister, score!
Nathan McKinnon almost looks unstoppable. McKinnon is so good at this, he's crafty up top, stops on his edge right there and finds the lane.
Oh, off the draw, hammered home by Zuccarello.
This is so fast, it's in and out of the net. Face-off win, and Matt Zuccarello with that big stick, it kind of gets inside on him, gets what he can on it.
Needs to settle in here, a lot of chaos around him, and now Gallagher powers in, he scores! Brendan Gallagher with a power move to the house. Nice fake on Hughes late in the shift, has him standing still, and it's a forehand, backhand drive in the back of the net. Golfed out by Tarasenko with just about 20 seconds left in the period. Lane Hudson dances in. What a pass, what a goal! This is all Lane Hudson, the vision and the mobility. That gives him enough space and then the vision to get that across the ice.
Yep, he should have been driving the whole time right there. Donato scores! Ryan Donato, what a goal!
Donato with a little pull and drag through the defenseman, Desharnais, and he gave the old 9 of hearts right there, Scotty.
And he got rid of it right away. Right here, bang, now.
Saucer up ice for Itzkovian, leaves for Rantanen. Rantanen to the inside, nice move, backhand, he scored! Oh, wow! Outside, inside, undresses both the D-man and Connor Hellebuck. What a go-ahead goal. How about those two chances? He needs saves. Matt Duchene riding a tied career-long streak. Harley, he scores! The backhand in overtime! Off the bench, in walks Thomas Harley. Great vision by Duchene.
The Sabres got to get to in their defensive zone.
Thompson scores! Tage Thompson with a great move in the high slot, and he takes the shot.
He steps around right here in the quick release as you see the D stepping up, trying to take him, and then he just puts it top shelf on Bobrovsky.
Quick little pass over to Drake Batherson out to the neutral zone. Stützle bats it forward. In, Giroux, chance, hold down, and the puck is in the net. Unbelievably skilled play by Tim Stützle to bat this puck out of the air into the middle of the ice for Giroux to go in alone.
Celebrini gets that to Tyler Toffoli, and he scores! What a shot by Macklin. Celebrini barred down.
Smart play, of course, as usual by Celebrini.
Add that to his growing highlight reel. What a release.
Kicks in front, guided away by Corrali, and out of the box, Eyssimont. Does he have another breakaway? He's in. Mikey Eyssimont delays. Can he tuck it home? He scores! A beauty of a play. What a finish!
And how about this for patience? Unfake gets Bobrovsky to commit, and then Eyssimont able to find the room between the post and the pad.
Cole Reinhardt starting it out. One hands it up ahead for Bowman. Back to Reinhardt, to the net, on the forehand, he scores! What a nice finish for Cole Reinhardt.
He's going to chip it to Bowman. Bowman gives it right back to him inside. He continues that route, beats everybody, and a great little move at the end.
Head for Gallagher and out. Here comes Anderson over the line. Anderson to Hudson. Scores! What a goal!
Anderson flips it wide to Hudson, who was down at the other end in the corner to start with. All of that happens in a matter of seconds. Welcome to the Montreal Canadiens breakout.
Darlene up top. Taves Thompson down to that goal line. Scores! That was some magic for Taves Thompson in tight.
Short side, right through that tiny little hole, right over the right shoulder of the goaltender, and Tage hit it perfectly.
LaPierre said, obviously, the defensive responsibilities are different. And again, he pointed out that he would be on the right side, his offside.
Spin! Score! How about the skill set revealed there?
This is all skill-based here. The spinorama, and up the boards he goes, and then rifles it with a screen on the goalie and into the top corner.
With Tkachuk, in comes Tim Stützle with a step-on center, moves in and scores! What a goal by Tim Stützle, the overtime winner!
Stützle's got all kinds of speed. Brady just puts it into an area for him, and he's around Travis Sanheim, gets Vladar to bite, and then has all kinds of net to work with.